set up a tent and hand out packets. And I handed out cap and gown forms, cap and gown information, along with graduation class ring information as well. The graduation class ring, why so popular at Valley High School? Many reasons. It's a point of celebration and recognition for you guys for what you've accomplished. Online already, we've had probably a dozen or so seniors have gone online, have ordered their graduation ring, they've designed that class ring. And we sent out a flyer at the beginning of the school year that looked like so. Everything we talk about tonight, you are going to get this via mail and also email. And we have a local office, which is right here in Costa Mesa by the airport. We're at Bristol and Red Hill, our closest office locations. And we have seniors setting appointments and coming in, picking up gowns, picking up graduation rings or hoodies as well. Eva, do you want to translate for me? Or?
Yes. Es el representante de Justin, se llama Jack Nicholson. Tiene 25 años aquí en la escuela, representando la escuela. Como este año es diferente, va a hablar acerca de las togas y biretes que vienen siendo las gorras y las capas de este año que está ofreciendo. Durante registración se le dieron a los estudiantes folletos acerca de lo que ofrece. Y también por línea y por línea en la página de Justin's hay muchos estudiantes que ya han comprado el anillo y ahorita va a hablar de lo que ofrece si compran el anillo, y también se les va a mandar el folleto que estaba enseñando ahorita, se les va a mandar por correo electrónico y también por correo regular. Su compañía está localizada como en la Bristol y la Red Hill, en Costa Mesa. Y esto.
The big thing in the office, the good thing about coming to see us in the office, which we've had just a day like today, probably 10 or so seniors have come in from Santa Ana Unified to, number one, actually see and touch and feel the rings themselves, okay, number one. Number two, at that point, we actually pay for, when you order any ring, we will pay for the cap, gown, and tassel for you, and then your choice of tassels as well. One of the tassels that's very, very popular is the mascot tassel, which looks like so. It's the Falcon tassel with the V. It's custom. I started doing these just a few years ago, and it became extremely popular. It's a custom, what we call a keepsake tassel, okay? The flyer you're going to get, all right, we're going to send that out via email, and I'm going to drop it in the mail. I'm going to actually mail a hard copy home to moms and dads as well. We have, when you see that packet as well, you'll see an 800 that we're going to advertise, an 800 number. Our 800 number actually is bilingual as well. And we call that my back office. That's our customer people that help me answer all the phone calls as well. So you're going to see that along with the packets, okay, that include obviously the class ring and what is free when you order your class ring. On the back of the flyer that you're going to get too, on the order form, there's what we call individual items. Individual items could be just a plain cap and gown, or maybe even just a tassel if that's what you need. Go ahead, Maribel.
Dijo que lo que es mejor que vayan a su oficina, dice él, para que vean y toquen los productos que él tiene en su compañía, como si quieren ver un cierto anillo, si quieren ver lo que vende directamente allí, también se les puede ordenar, y él los ordena luego. Lo que enseñó él es una borla, como una how would you say it, Lozano, the tassel, una borla que viene siendo lo que se va a poner en la gorra del estudiante, y es algo recordatorio que los estudiantes les gusta tener para siempre. También dijo que va a mandar los paquetes, la hoja de paquete por internet y por correo, Y también dijo que tiene en esa hoja va a tener un número de 1800 que pueden llamar y es bilingüe, se les va a hablar en español, es una persona que les ayuda a contestar los teléfonos para que se haga el proceso más fácil.
The other items that are real popular when ordering a graduation ring, there's different packages depending on the metal. It could be gold, it could be silver. In ordering a gold ring too, every senior that orders that gets a custom jacket, okay? A Valley High School jacket, Falcons jacket, which looks like so, okay? And it's a very custom jacket, very, very good quality. Okay, so that's in the gold packet, okay? The other items too, if you're not getting a ring, the other items are on the flyer, and it could be individual or it could be a packet that might include a hoodie, okay, which is extremely popular, especially at Valley. It'll include a keepsake tassel. The other big item is the frame itself. We print and everybody's diploma. So that's me. I print the diplomas for you guys, for the school. And you'll get a diploma, okay, with your name on it. And then you also get a cover that it comes with. Many seniors like to get this item. This is called a deluxe frame, where you actually put the diploma that we print for you, your picture, the year, and also that keepsake tassel. This is a keepsake, and you're never going to lose that diploma. It's going to hang on your wall, and you'd be amazed how many people call us wanting to replace their diploma that they lost because they don't know where it is. If this is hanging on your wall, you're not going to lose it, okay? Some of the other items too, how are we going to do this? The way we're going to process these orders is completely different than any other year. And what we're going to do, and I talked to the administration today, there's going to be a date set where within the next 2 weeks or so, that is going to be announced for your photographer. And you're going to be able, the seniors be able to go in and obviously have their picture taken. Well, I'm going to mail you home that order form. And on that day, when you're getting pictures taken, I will set up, obviously outside in the school and very well protected, and you'll actually be able to purchase your gown right there and then. And I'm going to order gowns, which I've never done this before. I'm going to order what we call bulk gowns, extra gowns. I'm going to bring them out on campus, and you'll be able to get the delivery right there. So when you come to the school, you'll have your order form. You might want a hoodie, or you might want a class ring, for instance, or you might want a frame. I'm going to have that product with me on that delivery day. Maribel, that's a lot of info there.
Dijo que los paquetes que tiene, que son popular, si compra el anillo de oro, se le regala esa chaqueta, la chaqueta del lado que está personalizada al lado izquierdo, que es color azul con gris, se le regala gratis. También se le regala la capa y la gorra y la capa para graduación. También tiene otros paquetes de anillos y también otras cosas individuales. Tiene, como tiene el cuadro que viene personalizado con la porla para guardarlo y tenerlo con él. Dijo que el proceso de este año va a ser un poco diferente. Dijo que vamos a tener un fotógrafo en una cierta fecha, que va a ser pronto, que se les va que vamos a elegir, no sé cuándo, pero se les va a avisar a todos. Y él va a estar aquí y él va a venir con todo ya aquí. Va a tener la gorra, la capa y la gorra, la borla, todo lo que pueda él darles enseguida se les va a poder dar. Entonces no va a tener que ordenarla, sino se les va a dar en cuanto la compren, se las va a dar, porque va a ser una orden de mayoreo para tenerla aquí en esa fecha. Okay.
Great. That's the first way. So on that picture day, when you're getting your pictures taken, we'll be there, okay? And we'll be able to participate and help you with that. If not, starting this Friday, online at jostens.com, and you're going to get this information. We're going to send it out and actually send out the links to it, okay? And you'll get that, okay? That'll be emailed to you. And I'm going to do a mailer, okay, that you'll get that information, which will show you the links on how to go to jostens.com. Real simple, really easy. And you can actually order online, okay? And at that particular time, once you order online, we're going to be able to fill that order here, okay, and bring it directly out to the school for pickup as well. We'll make it really, really simple. It's just a different, obviously, as everybody knows, it's just a different way for us, Jostens, to do what we do. And last year, we adapted very well to the delivery of the product as well. We had drive-through pickups for caps and gowns, people who ordered graduation announcements and any graduation product. We actually got in the cars, me and my staff, Steve and Nancy, my office manager, and we literally drove to people's homes to deliver their products ourselves. And it was very enjoyable. It was, people really appreciated what we were doing, and we got a lot of joy out of that as well. Some of the other products that are available, you'll see everything online. And online, you'll see the custom graduation announcements for those who want to send out an announcement announcing your celebration, announcing maybe your party, okay, announcing where you might be going on after high school. This is what we call a photo card that actually goes inside the announcement, okay, and that's pretty popular as well, and you'll see those online. Maribel?
Dijo que si no quieren esperar a que él venga el cierto día que va a venir el fotógrafo, dijo que pueden ir a la línea, por línea, y pueden ordenar todo por jostens.com. Pero también no se preocupen que él va a mandar el correo electrónico y va a mandar mensajes de toda la información y cómo meterse a la red. Dijo que cuando hagan las entregas, también pueden ordenar anuncios personalizados, notas, y todo va a estar, todo lo pueden conseguir en línea. Y el año pasado, él lo que hizo es, si ordenaron algo personalizado, él y su compañía fue directamente y los entregó en las casas, a las casas.
Perfect. I'm going to wrap up. I don't want to take too much time, but I'll emphasize that, number one, local office, okay, on Bristol and Red Hill, close by. You're going to get our information. You can call, set an appointment, come to see us. Even open on Saturdays as well. And you'll get more information on that as well. The product, we're gonna actually have it here in our office. So to come and pick up a cap and gown, to pick up your hoodie, to order your graduation class ring to get sized, we're here for you. We'll do that for you. The graduation tassels, okay, the famous Falcon tassel, we also have those in stock as well. For me, that's it. I appreciate the time. I'll be in contact, Jeff, tomorrow. We'll talk more about the contact. We'll do that tomorrow. And on the ring, one more thing on the ring that I'm very, very proud of. We announced the other day, Jostens did, and this is corporate. They got two things that show you the difference in what they can do. Number one, they were awarded the Super Bowl ring for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we got that the other day. And the week before that, we had a huge announcement. For me, it was big. We are actually doing the Los Angeles Dodgers ring. So that's two big deals for Jostens. And that ring is made at the same plant, the same people that actually make yours as well. But thanks, you guys. And I'll be in contact tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Thanks for everything. And I miss you all.
Dijo que los extraña mucho, que gracias por tomarle su tiempo de estar aquí. Dijo que no se los olvide, su oficina está en la Bristol y la Red Hill. Si llaman al 1800 números, se le hace una cita. También están abiertos los sábados. Dijo que unas cosas importantes que quiere anunciar, que él y su compañía hicieron los anillos del Super Bowl de fútbol de los Buccaneers este año, y también hicieron los anillos de Los Angeles Dodgers este año.
Jack, when are those letters going to get mailed home?
I'd like to do that. I'd like to get the labels. I don't have the labels yet, but I'd like to get them maybe tomorrow. I can make up that letter tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon, and I could get it. I want to get it out before the weekend.
Dijo que se les va a mandar la información esta semana.
Mr. Nicholson, we got some questions in the chat. Would you be able to answer them?
Okay.
If somebody had already purchased the gold packet, would they still be able to get the freebies that come with it?
Of course. And as soon as you get my letter, okay, I need you to call me. All right. I have a local number, 714-751-0260. And I'm going to get you that. You just call me and we will take care of the gold packet. And I know exactly who that is because I just looked at the order. So we'll take good care of you.
Okay, perfect. Para el papá que preguntó si ya compró el paquete de oro y quiere agarrar las cositas gratis que viene con ellos, claro que sí. Cuando les llegue la carta a casa va a tener el número de teléfono del señor Nicholson y ahí van a poder ustedes llamarle para preguntarle esto específicamente. Would somebody be able to add his phone number in the chat and also the address for the location? Mr. Nicholson, we have some parents that have been asking if they would like to make an appointment. They want to go see the actual items in person just because it's easier for them to see and purchase what they need. Is this specific hours that the location is open for customer service?
Yes, we're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 in the morning till 3. Those are our standard hours. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm here. We might be out at the bank or so we just ask to call and we'll set an appointment with you. On Saturdays, I'm here every Saturday, and we're here from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock every Saturday. Usually I'm here later than that, though, too. But we're very flexible with appointments.
Los horarios de oficina que tienen martes y jueves de 9 de la mañana a 3 de la tarde y los sábados de 10 de la mañana a 2 de la tarde. Did somebody put the address and the number in the chat?
I'm gonna repeat it.
Jack, can you repeat the phone number, please?
Y vamos a poner el número de teléfono y la dirección ahí en el chat para que los papás, si están interesados en ir en persona. There was one more question, if parents are able to buy the custom jackets.
You know, currently we were not allowed to do that, but we're going to have extra ones. So yes, they can purchase those.
Hubo una pregunta que si los papás podrían comprar la chaqueta que enseñó al comienzo, que viene con el paquete de oro. Dice que no usualmente, pero si les va a sobrar, así que si desean algún padre comprar la chaqueta que enseñó al comienzo, va a estar disponible para venta. There was one more question about the rings and how much would the cost of the gold ring would be.
You know, it varies depending on the size, so girls' rings are smaller than boys, so there's less gold. So the easiest way to find out is to go to jostens.com. You can design the ring and you can pick that ring out, and it's going to tell you what it cost in silver, what it cost in sterling silver, and what it cost in gold. And all you got to do is click that ring, and it's going to show you those prices.
Para la información de cuánto cuesta el anillo, depende de lo que ustedes escojan. Las niñas tienen el dedo más flaquito, entonces va a costar menos que el de los niños porque su dedo es más anchito. También, dependiendo de lo que escojan, si le quiere una impresión ahí o quiere agregar algo más, va a cambiar el precio, obviamente, pero les recomiendo que vaya a la página de internet en jostens.com para que puedan ahí calcular el precio de oro, de plata, la preferencia que ustedes tengan. Ahí va a estar la información para que estimen su costo, cuánto les va a costar, y después pueden ir en persona si gustan escoger específicamente, pero más o menos para que tengan una idea de cuánto les va a costar, pueden ir a la página de internet y ver toda esa información, ¿ok?
And one more thing, we're actually, when we do that mailer, there's a gift card, okay, you can use, okay, on a gift card, and we'll help you with that. That gives you an additional $40 off most rings. 90% of the rings have a $40 gift card, and we'll help you with that as well.
And where would they find that? I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Nicholson?
Yeah, we're going to mail that gift card out to everybody, so it'll be on a flyer. It's also online as well. They can see it online.
Para los anillos, paquete de anillos, tienen ahí $40 de descuento. También les va a mandar ese cupón en la cartita que les va a enviar a sus casas, pero también va a estar en la página de internet. Así que si están interesados en el anillo, va a haber ese cupón de $40 de descuento. There was one more question about the cost of the packets, but That would be online, right, Mr. Nicholson?
Yeah, that'll be online, and I'm going to mail that to you as well, okay?
Todos los precios de los paquetes va a estar en la página de internet, así que por favor, otra vez, si pueden acceder a justins.com, pueden acceder a esa página de internet para que puedan mirar esa información de cuántos los costos de los paquetes, y también se le va a enviar a su casa por correo la carta con toda esta información que ustedes van a recibir, ¿ok? Gracias. Thank you.
Jack, I had a question for you. So there's the phone number. So once they get their order form in the mail and they fill that out and they bring it to Valley to get stuff from us live and in person, how do you take payment? Cash, checks, credit cards,
Yeah,
debit
I don't know.
cards?
If I'm there, obviously, anything. I mean, we take checks, debit or credit card or cash. And I know Maribel's been great at that as too. So, but I plan on, I'd like to be there as much as I can, you know, on certain hours, especially with the photographs. So we're pretty simple. And I actually, this year, I'd never had this before. I actually have a credit card machine that I bring out to school with me.
Dijo que va a usar todo, van a poder pagar con todo, van a poder pagar con cheque, tarjeta de crédito y también en efectivo.
Okay. Thank you, Jack.
You guys, thank you so
Thank you.
much. And I'll give you a call tomorrow, okay?
Great. I
Thanks,
look forward to it. All right. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Mr. Burke.
Thank you.
Okay. If you have more questions about Jostens, seniors, you can email me on that and we will get answers to you for all of that. So we're hoping to get everything organized now that
Okay,
we're almost
esperamos que
ready.
ya tengamos todo organizado, pero si tienen los del grado 12, si tienen algunas preguntas acerca de la capa y del grado 12, háganle saber a Mr. Rosama, mándele un correo electrónico para más información.
I want to jump to that picture day that Jack mentioned. We are working with our school photographer to come out and do senior pictures. We are hoping for the second week in March, but we'll let you know once we get that set up. And that'll be when Jack will come out with the caps and gowns and we'll have the photographer there. What we understand right now is it's about a $30 sitting fee. We would have the seniors dress in their finest clothes that they want to have in the yearbook and any senior picture they'd give out to family, as well as they would have their cap and gown and they would take 2 pictures. And then that $30 sitting fee would go toward any package that families might want to purchase of senior pictures.
Estamos planeando tener el fotógrafo de la escuela aquí la segunda semana de marzo. Eso estamos planeando. Vamos a verificar con él para poder, lo que queremos que hagan es que los estudiantes se tomen una foto con la capa y la gorra y también con algo, un vestimiento adecuado. Y para el fotógrafo cobra $30 para sentarse y tomar la foto, pero también eso se va a dar crédito para si quiere comprar las fotos.
So seniors, watch the Falcon Flash for more information as we kind of nail down those details for you coming up.
So, los estudiantes de grado 12 vean el Falcon Flash de lo que siempre sale Mr. Rosama y para ver más información sobre las fotos.
Okay. We're going to give this over to Ms. Gibbs now, our higher education coordinator, and she and Dr. Padilla, one of our counselors, are going to talk to you about financial aid and some very important deadlines coming up. So Ms. Gibbs and Dr. Padilla.
Mr. Rosama, before we continue, there is a question about the panoramic pictures for seniors. Are we still doing the panoramic pictures?
We are not going to be able to do panoramic this year because it requires everybody to get really close together as 400 people in a small space. So no, we won't do those this year as we didn't last year either.
Hay una
We're hoping for
pregunta.
2022.
Hay una pregunta con respecto a la foto panorámica de todos los estudiantes. Pues prácticamente no se puede porque ve que tienen que estar todos pegaditos y juntitos ahí. Por obvias razones no se puede hacer este año la foto de todos los estudiantes del grado 12 juntos, pero esperemos que para el próximo, no este año, pero el próximo año se pueda hacer, ¿verdad? Pero la foto panorámica no va a ser posible en este momento. Gracias. Thank you.
Y ahorita se les va a pasar a la señorita Gibbs y al doctor Padilla, y ellos les van a hablar sobre todos los estudiantes de grado pueden aplicar se les va a hablar sobre la ayuda financiera.
Good evening. I am Miss Gibbs. I'm the higher education coordinator, and I'm assuming that I can be a spotlight on me, but Maribel, you're in the way. I don't know. So seniors and parents of seniors, we're going to talk a little bit about financial aid, and I want all parents to know that all seniors can apply for financial aid regardless of your citizenship status.
Hola, padres de familia. Yo soy Alex Padilla, soy uno de los consejeros aquí y queremos que todos sepan que todos los estudiantes pueden aplicar para ayuda financiera si tienen documentos o no.
I guess I'll have to tell you next slide, Rosema. So there are two financial aid applications depending on citizenship status of the student, not the parent, but of the student. One is the Fafsa, which is the free application for federal student aid. The other application is the California DREAM Act application.
Entonces, hay dos aplicaciones que se pueden aplicar a los estudiantes. Uno es federal, lo que se llama el Fafsa, y el otro que se llama el California DREAM Act para los estudiantes que son indocumentados. Entonces, todos los estudiantes pueden aplicar para uno o el otro.
Next. Both of these financial aid applications will allow your student access to California grant money.
Las dos aplicaciones, la FAFSA y California DREAM Act, pueden recibir los estudiantes dinero del estado de California y la fecha es el 2 de marzo. Estamos hablando de 2 semanas de aquí adelante. Entonces, es muy importante que los estudiantes hagan esta aplicación.
Next. So the Cal Grant is a gift. It's a gift to the student for them to go to school.
So, básicamente, el Cal Grant es dinero que el Estado les da a los estudiantes, que es dinero que no se tiene que pagar para atrás. Es dinero gratis.
And students may qualify for $1,656, but they have to submit a financial aid application by March 2nd.
Los estudiantes pueden calificar por $1,656 por año, pero se tienen que aplicar antes de el 2 de marzo.
So the next slide. So you can see on this slide, depending on the college system that a student goes to next year, they can get an amount of money from the FAFSA and for the California DREAM Act.
Aquí lo que ven en pantalla es un ejemplo, dependiendo qué colegio el estudiante va a ir. Si va a un colegio que es como Santana College, pueden calificar por $1,656. La universidad estatal, que sería como Cal State Fullerton, Cal State Long Beach, $5,700. Y the University of California, que sería como UC Irvine, UCLA, $12,000. Y colegios privados varía el dinero que les ofrecen.
Okay, next slide. The Cal Grant money can be spent on books. It can be spent on transportation or car insurance. It can be spent on technology. It can be spent on food, and it can also be saved. The Cal Grant money is designed for a student to use and not work so many hours so that they can get done with school faster.
El dinero se le ofrece a los estudiantes para que ellos puedan comprar sus libros, transportación, comida. Es básicamente dinero que les dan y ellos tienen que ser responsables en cómo manejan su dinero y para que no trabajen tanto cuando están yendo a la escuela.
Next. Sorry, Rosamond. In order to get the Cal Grant money, the application has to be submitted by March 2nd. It's very important to submit by March 2nd.
Es muy importante que los estudiantes hagan la aplicación antes del 2 de marzo, porque si no, no van a poder calificar por estas becas.
The grant is sent to the college, and then the college disperses the money to the student. That's a good question.
El dinero que el estudiante va a aplicar se va al colegio donde ellos van a ir y de allí el colegio les dan el dinero.
So the counseling team and I are available to help you and to help your students. We've been doing hours since January, but because the deadline is coming up in about 15 days, we are available tomorrow from 3 to 5. Next week, we have hours on Tuesday and Thursday. And then on the deadline, which is March 2nd, we're going to be available from 12:30 to 5.
Estamos ayudando a estudiantes desde enero, pero lamentablemente no estamos recibiendo muchos estudiantes que vienen pues a la asistencia y vamos a estar disponibles mañana de las 3 a las 5 de la tarde y también el próximo semana de las 12:30 a 2:30 el martes y el jueves de las 3 a 5. El 2 de marzo, que es la fecha, vamos a estar disponibles de las 12:30 a las 5 de la tarde.
If these times do not work for you as a parent or as a family, you can also schedule appointments with your counselor or with myself at a time that will work for you.
Si estas horas no puede ir el estudiante o usted como papá, puede comunicarse con el consejero de su estudiante para hacer una cita para que los ayudemos.
Okay, so there's some questions in the chat that I want to answer. One of them is if students are going to get free tuition at Santa Ana College, how do they do that? They have to submit a financial aid application to get the free tuition at Santa Ana College. The money that you receive to a point can be tax-free, but after a certain point, you may have to report that in your taxes. But for the Cal Grant money, you'll know whether or not you need to report that in your taxes because your student will receive like a tax document that you may put in with your taxes if you're claiming your child as a dependent at that time. Another question was...
Yes, can I answer that?
Yeah, sorry.
Si el estudiante quiere ir a Santa Ana College gratis, tiene que aplicar para ayuda financiera y tal vez ya cuando reciben el dinero, tal vez lo tienen que poner en los taxis para el próximo año.
One of the other questions was, I don't do taxes. Can I still apply for financial aid? Yes. The answer to that is yes.
Si los papás no hacen taxis o no hacen taxis federales, no importa, el estudiante todos modos puede aplicar.
And then I do want to let you know that a lot of this information, your student and seniors that are in this meeting, you know that we've gone into your government classes and your English teachers are sharing videos. So your student has this information. The websites are located on the flyers that you can see on the screen. Depending on the citizenship status of your student, it depends on what application you will do.
So, esta información todos los estudiantes ya saben. Hemos ido a las clases para dar esta información y dependiendo si el estudiante es ciudadano o no, va a depender de la aplicación que ellos van a hacer.
Okay, and then I think there was a question, are the applications different for FAFSA and Cal Grant? No, the application is the same. So when you do your FAFSA, that is your application for Cal Grant.
La pregunta es si la aplicación de FAFSA y Cal Grant es diferente. No, cuando el estudiante hace el FAFSA, la información se recibe en the California Grant.
And I think that's all the questions.
Ms. Gibbs, there was one more question about scholarships and when the deadlines are for the scholarships.
Yeah, there are a number of scholarships that have different deadlines. So I post scholarships again in my Google Classroom, and your student has access to that. But there are scholarships all over the internet. I do just want to let you know, applying for scholarships is always free. So don't give money to someone to get information about a scholarship.
La pregunta es si los estudiantes pueden aplicar para otras becas y la respuesta es sí. La señora Gibbs tiene un lugar donde ella pone la información donde todos los estudiantes lo reciben, y también cuando el estudiante está aplicando para becas separados, es importante que no paguen, debe de ser gratis.
I also have that information on the Valley website for the Higher Ed Center. So if the parents want to access it, they can see it.
También la información está en el sitio de la señora Gibbs en nuestro sitio de Valley High School.
All right, good. All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Ms. Gibbs and Dr. Padilla. Very helpful and useful information there. Be aware of your deadline, seniors. All right, let's go on with our meeting. I've already had a question in the chat about the yearbook and if the pictures that we take in March can make it into the yearbook. And I did talk to the yearbook editor today, and we are very hopeful for that to happen. So we're trying to get some deadlines done ourselves so that we can get senior pictures into the yearbook. Maribel, take that one.
Sí, están, este año todavía van a continuar a hacer el libro del año. Ahí está la información. Si quieren ordenar el libro y hacer sus dedicaciones, todavía pueden hacerlo. Pueden agarrar 2 páginas gratis si compran el libro. Y ahorita me parece que está a $66.85. Pero tienen
I do want to
hasta,
say,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Tienen hasta el 9 de abril para
I do want to say that our yearbook classes,
Rosema, you're spotty.
our yearbook class has been working. Our yearbook class has been working very creatively this year to put together a yearbook for this special COVID year of school. And so we do have a yearbook for sale now. If you order by April 9th, it is $66.85 plus tax. And you can get 2 custom pages where the student can design their own pages in the yearbook by April 9th.
Este año los estudiantes del grado 12 que están trabajando en este libro han estado trabajando creativamente para sacar este libro para ustedes. Y si se les va a vender, ahorita está en venta, está por $65.85. Otra vez tienen hasta el 9 de abril para ordenarlo y agarrar 2 páginas gratis.
And seniors, you know that the code and everything that you need to know to get into Tree Ring is in your Falcon Flash every day. So you can always go there to get that long number that you need to put in.
Y aquí está el número de código, si gustan meterse. Este es el código donde van directamente a la página de la Escuela Valley. También los estudiantes del grado 12 tienen acceso a esta información en la clase del grado 12.
And then just brand new today that I put in the Falcon Flash classroom for our seniors, the yearbook put out a new form for dedications and shout outs that they will put into the yearbook so you can be part of history with all of your fun opinions and dedications from this year.
Y también van a hacer dedicaciones y a reconocer a alguien. Los estudiantes se pueden meter a la página otra vez un formulario para dar sus dedicaciones y sus buenos deseos.
Okay. All right, we do want to let you know that because of safety protocols this year, we will not be having prom and we will not be able to go to grad night. Nothing is open this year for grad night, so we can't gather as large groups. So unfortunately, these two events like last year will not be happening this year.
Afortunadamente este año no vamos a poder tener el baile del año para los estudiantes de grado 12, ni vamos a tener la noche de graduación que viene siendo en Disneylandia o en Universal Studios, porque ahorita no podemos formarnos estar con grandes grupos.
All right, I'm sure we'll have lots of questions on that, but
Mr.
parents know
Rosman,
that-
going back to the yearbook, there was a question about whether somebody could buy the yearbook from last year's. Not this year, but the past one.
Maribel, do we still have some copies? I think we sold out. I wonder if they
I-
can still get them from Tree Ring now.
Yeah,
I think so. I think
That's a
they
good question.
can.
We can find that out.
Para los papás que gustan comprar el libro del año del año pasado, van a preguntar, ¿pueden hablar a la escuela con Maribel para que les dé esa información? Piensan que sí tienen todavía algunos, pero van a averiguar si todavía les quedan algunos restantes del año pasado para que puedan adquirir. ¿Okay?
They might. Okay, we're going to talk about graduation and the ceremony that we're planning for our seniors.
que vamos a hablar de la graduación, la ceremonia que vamos a tener para los estudiantes del grado 12.
Again, like prom, we can't have a graduation ceremony as we traditionally do in the stadium due to our safety protocols.
No vamos a poder este año tener una ceremonia normal como siempre lo hemos tenido cada año por la seguridad del COVID.
And so the district has asked us to put together a plan for a drive-through ceremony. And at Valley, we want to make sure that we are really honoring our families and our students. And so we are hoping to do more of a walk-through ceremony that we'll take you through right now.
Este año el distrito nos pidió que hiciéramos un plan para cómo íbamos a hacer un pasaje de carro, pero como estamos tomando en cuenta las personas que no pueden, no manejan, vamos a hacer una graduación caminando.
So what we're going to share with you is not approved yet. So we don't know. This is our hope and our dream for you. But we're waiting for the district to give us final approval on this. So this is kind of a secret shared plan that we're hopeful for.
Este plan estamos esperando que lo apruebe el distrito. Todavía no estamos esperando la aprobación de este plan. Puede haber cambios para cumplir los protocolos de la salud y seguridad y aprobación del distrito.
All right, so if you're familiar with our school, this large grass area in the middle of or kind of the upper part of the map here, behind the main office and in front of the library is really the heart of Valley High School.
El corazón de la escuela Valley viene siendo el zacate o la how do you say grass area?
Área verde.
Pasto,
Lawn.
el área verde, atrásito de donde está la oficina. Esa es la área verde, el corazón de la escuela.
So we like to set up appointments where students and their families will come to the parking lot and then walk down next to the auditorium toward the library.
Vamos
Do the
a
small chunks.
vamos a empezar entre el edificio 3 y el auditorio. Vamos a pasar por allí. Vamos a hacer citas para que todos tengan un cierto tiempo para venir y no estar todos juntos. Y vamos a caminar hacia la biblioteca y atrásito atrás de la biblioteca, alrededor del edificio 6 para la pista.
And then go through our senior quad area where many of our students have lunch, and then circle around to the blue square, which would be the stage where students would receive their diploma and have their name announced.
Allí donde está apuntando él, el cuadrito azul, es donde va a estar la pista donde se les va a anunciar el nombre del estudiante y reconocerlo. para graduación.
And then the student and the family will finish walking past the grassy area and come down by building 2 by the main office and back to the parking lot.
Después se va a bajar y se va a ir alrededor de donde está apuntando él por el edificio 4 para salir por atrás del edificio 4 y 3.
And then, and then what you don't see on here is the part that we're not talking about yet, which is what makes it fun and festive and dignified and just the ceremony that we can do for your students and the families out of great respect for their accomplishments.
Dijo, lo que se les hace es algo importante para el estudiante, vamos a reconocerlo y para que sepan que estamos aquí y todos están reconociéndolo.
Okay, so that again is our plan. It is not yet approved, so it may look different from this in June when it actually happens. We look to do this on June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd to spread out our student body so that we can do this again following safety and health protocols. And so you'd really have a choice of what day that you can graduate, whatever works best for your family.
Para seguir el protocolo de la seguridad, lo vamos a hacer en 3 días. Vamos a empezar el 1 de junio hasta el 3 de junio. Los estudiantes van a poder escoger la cita y para que si quieren estar con sus amigos, pueden estar atrás o enfrente de ellos.
Okay. Do we have any questions in the chat on that one?
Yeah,
many-
we have some questions, Rosema, on how many people can go with the graduate. And another question was, does the student have to walk by themselves or does the family get to go with them?
But we want to make this a family event, so we do want to have the family walk with the student. And we are still looking at numbers, but we're hoping to do at least 8 family members with each graduate.
Ok, una de las preguntas era si el estudiante va a ir solo o si va a poder ir con su familia. Si va a poder ir con su familia. Estamos ahorita más o menos averiguando cuántos, pero vamos a tratar de que puedan ir como 8 personas de la familia a acompañarlo con él.
So we are going to have a professional photographer next to the stage where the graduates receiving the diploma to take their picture, as well as the family can be right here in front of the stage and take pictures yourselves with your phones. And then the district is going to provide you that picture, that professional photo taken by the photographer.
Ok, vamos a tener un fotógrafo profesional que va a estar tomando las fotos, pero también la familia se puede estar tomando fotos con su teléfono para reconocer al estudiante. Y se les va a regalar una foto a la familia por el distrito, gratis.
Anything else we can answer?
So Rosema, there was another question that said, so we're walking with our family to get our diploma.
Yes, that's our plan. Again, we don't know that this plan will be approved, but that is our plan because we know that graduations are very special for families to honor the graduates.
Van a caminar con su hijo, hija, familia para agarrar el diploma. Ellos van a subir solos, pero van a acompañarlos ustedes.
So for the 8 people, would that include a student or in addition to the student?
We would like to do 1 student and 8 guests. So it'll be a total of 9, and we'll keep families separated out so that you are not next to the next family. But if you had a cousin or a best friend who's also a senior graduating, that you could be in line next to each other at a safe distance. And so they would be there to watch your graduation as well. So we'd like to get some other people to see the graduation of the person on the stage because there will be people in line to witness the graduation.
Para la persona que preguntó, 8 incluyendo el estudiante, son 8 personas y el estudiante, entonces total de 9, incluso también para los familiares, si tienen algún primo o familiar que se está graduando también este año de la escuela, pues queremos que se pueda hacer que estén la siguiente persona en línea después de su familiar para que estén juntos. No podemos mantener a todas las familias juntas, pero por lo menos tratar de que uno se gradúe primero, después el otro, estar ahí en proceso seguido. There's one more question that I got privately. It says graduates, they get to choose the date they want to walk, June 1st through the 3rd, so they get to choose the date.
That is our hope. That's our plan right now, is that you would choose the date and the time. We want to be graduating from, what do we say, 4 to 7:30? Don't quote me on that. Again, part of our plan, but in the late afternoon, into the evening. So it's still light out because there's not a whole lot of great lighting in this area. But the sun will still be up. So between 4 and 7:30, I think, every day for those 3 days.
Una
And then,
pregunta.
yes, the families will be able to choose the time that works best for them.
La pregunta acerca de que si pueden, los estudiantes van a escoger qué fecha se van a graduar, pues las fechas que dijimos del 1 al 3, si el estudiante va a tener la opción de escoger qué fecha y qué hora le gustaría, pero va a ser las ceremonias de 4 de la tarde a 7:30 aproximadamente, pero no es una garantía, es como dijimos, todo es un plan. Vamos a ver si es aprobado y si se aprueba en estos tiempos también para que puedan escoger los estudiantes. Una vez que tengamos la información, se le va a enviar para que puedan escoger su horario y el día y la hora que van a participar.
Any other questions? And again, seniors, you can always email me if you have questions later on. We are still coming up with a lot of plans, so we don't know all the answers. But if you ask a question that will lead us toward an answer, we might add something to our plans based on your questions.
We are getting good compliments.
Good.
Make sure you're reading the Falcon Flash and watching the Falcon Flash preview for more information as we get the details. We're very excited about this.
Estamos
And there will
muy,
be things that we will not announce because we want some surprises for you at your ceremony.
Hay algunas cosas que no vamos a anunciar, pero sí estén en contacto con el Falcon Flash que los estudiantes tienen acceso y para agarrar más información acerca de la graduación.
All right, are we going on graduation?
For now.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff. The last thing that we will do for your graduate is give them their diploma. It will say your high school here. No. And we will do diploma distribution in June after the ceremonies. The following week, again, we'll set up following safety protocols. We'll set up appointments for students to come pick up their diplomas the next week.
Lo último que vamos a hablar es acerca del diploma. La distribución del diploma va a ser del 7 al 11 de junio. Vamos a seguir las protocolos de seguridad, pero ahí, go ahead.
And so once you've graduated, the diploma is really yours, but we need to make sure that we have our ASB accounts cleaned out or paid off rather. Any athletic equipment or uniforms turned in, textbooks turned in, Chromebooks and hotspots turned back in. And so we'll have a time that you can come and bring all that stuff back to us, and then we'll get your diploma in June.
Para poder darles el diploma, necesitamos que estén seguros de que haber terminado de traer, de entregar, de terminar, pagar deudas de actividades, entregar uniformes de deportes, otros materiales, los libros, las computadoras, las cajitas de internet, todo lo que tiene deuda de la escuela. Antes vamos a hacer una cita para que puedan traer todas esas cosas y paguen sus deudas.
And then they'll be graduates.
Y luego serán
High school will be
graduados.
over. Yay, congratulations.
Felicidades.
All right, that ends our presentation. So are there any questions at all?
¿Tienen
Yes.
algunas preguntas?
Yes, a couple questions in the chat about Grad Night. If we're able to still do it after, when things get better, we will be able to host Grad Night.
We don't think theme parks are going to be able to open until maybe, if we're lucky. I mean, they're saying that we'll be still vaccinating people through July, maybe even into the fall. And so I think it's going to be a while before anything really opens up where we can have large groups of people together. You know, even having a dance floor is going to be not allowable for a while.
Para la persona que preguntó acerca si vamos a tener noche de graduación o promoción, pues todavía basado en los números no creo que pronto se pueda tener muchos grupos de personas juntas, así que va a pasar mucho tiempo todavía para esas fechas, tal vez todavía continuar las vacunas para otras edades, así que por el momento no se cree que vamos a poder congregar un grande número de personas, así que no va a ser posible la promoción o la noche de graduación o el Grad Night por el momento.
We do want to say that a lot of these plans that we have are based on the fact that the COVID numbers are getting better. So we need to keep getting better. So I do encourage everybody to keep wearing masks and social distancing and washing your hands and doing all those things. You know, stay home as much as you can. Don't mix with other households, so that if the COVID rates go down further and faster, that we can offer you more for your graduation ceremony than what we've just looked at.
Go ahead, Melissa.
There's a question about, can Falcon TV shoot graduation? You want to tell them about the video we're going to have too, or what we're planning?
We are definitely working on some part of that, but we're very early in those planning stages. So, but yes.
There'll be some type of video or memento for you to remember the day.
Va a haber un video donde van a poder grabar este evento para que puedan tener los estudiantes y familiares una bonita memoria de este día. There was one more question about balloons and flowers. Would family members be able to bring those to the graduation ceremony?
Normally we say no in the stadium because it blocks the view of everybody else. But because you'll be with your family and the other families will be further away, then yes, you can bring those types of items. You can bring balloons to celebrate with your graduate as they graduate.
La persona que preguntó acerca de los globos y las flores, en el estadio, si hubiera sido la graduación normal, no, porque bloquea la visión de otras personas, pero como va a ser su grupo de personas o familiares mismos, sí pueden traer sus globos, sus flores para poder celebrar. Do we know how much the cap and gown is? There's a question about gown. I'm assuming the basic packet for just the cap and gown and the
Maribel,
basic.
do you remember?
It's between $33 and $36, if I'm not mistaken.
For the cap gown and tassel. So
Yeah.
if you have somebody in your family who already has a cap and gown because they graduated from Valley, last year or the year before, you can use that again as long as it fits you and, not one short person, one tall person. So you don't have to buy a brand new one for this graduate unless you would like to do that. But to do the ceremony, yes, we would like you to be in cap and gown.
Para la capa y el birrete, ¿cuánto cuesta? Digamos entre $33 y $40 más o menos aproximadamente. Si tienen de algún familiar que ya se graduó y les quedó, pueden usar esa. Es el mismo color, que es el azul, y pueden graduarse con esa, pero el básico está más o menos un aproximado, como dijo la señora Maribel, de $33 a $40. There's a question about, are seniors going to be able to put a quote in the yearbook?
Yes, so filled out the form that I just put in the Falcon Flash today. Ms. Morales is looking for your quotes, dedications, and shout outs to put in the yearbook.
A los estudiantes se les envía un enlace, lo tienen en un correo que se les envía a ellos diariamente, donde pueden poner alguna notita o algo en el libro del año que puedan ellos escribir. What color is the cap and gown?
It is royal blue.
Royal blue.
Es el azul royal. And if they sell it at school, es por medio de la página de internet de Justin's. We don't sell it at Valley, it's through the Justin's website. Justin's.
But we will sell them the days of if we can get picture day going, we'll sell them those days. So if they want to come and get it.
Y los días que tengamos los días de fotos, también vamos a tenerlo disponible esos días. Van a estar ahí las personas de Justin's vendiéndolo, así que pueden traer su dinero ese día para poder comprarlo.
Someone asked if there's going to be a dress code for graduation. Alguien preguntó si va a haber vestuario para graduación.
We asked our graduates to wear the cap and gown, and because the gown is a little bit visible, it cuts down across here. It's nice to be dressed up underneath that gown because in your pictures, you look much better that way. As for the guests, we just ask that you dress as respectful as the ceremony should require. But no, there's not a dress code for the guests.
If somebody just wants to purchase the cap, would they just sell them the cap?
But I don't know. I know they'll sell the tassel. I don't know if
They do.
Do they have extra caps?
They
Okay,
do.
thank
They
you.
normally do. Yeah.
Preguntaron a alguien si pueden comprar nada más, quieren comprar nada más la gorrita. Si lo pueden comprar, tienen opciones de poder comprar cosas individuales también. And would they be able to decorate a cap?
Yes.
Y así pueden decorar la gorrita también como gusten.
La fecha para las fotos se les va a anunciar por los estudiantes, se les va a estar en todos lugares en cuanto sepanos cuándo va a ser la fecha de las fotos. Someone asked what date was the date of the photo shoot, and we told them that we'll let them know. They will know via everywhere.
Yeah, and you won't have to come to the photo shoot if you don't want to get your senior pictures taken. But if you'd like to do that, then you'll come to school. If you want to buy a camping gown at school, whether or not you're taking the pictures, you can do that. So we'll set all that up for next month and let you know as soon as we know dates.
Si no van a querer comprar la foto, también pueden venir solamente para agarrar la capa y el vestuario para graduación.
Okay.
So
How long
like-
do you guys think graduation will be for? How long
Like
is
from
graduation?
when a graduate arrives to when they're finished? That's a good question.
That's a good question because this is the first time we've ever done this. I would think it will take probably 15 to 20 minutes.
Alguien preguntó cuánto pensamos que va a demorar la graduación por cada estudiante, entre más o menos 15 a 20 minutos tal vez, ya que se le va a dar una cita para que puedan venir para la graduación, aproximado desde que llegan hasta que terminen con la ceremonia, que va a ser cortita por cada estudiante, unos 15 minutos aproximadamente.
So I'd like to thank, as we finish up, I'd like to thank Mr. Rosema, Ms. Gibbs, Ms. Lozano, and Dr. Padilla and Ms. Sanchez for providing us this important information. Please make sure that you are filling out your FAFSA or your financial aid form. Talk to your counselor if you need help. We are so excited for our graduates and so proud of them, and we thank you for being here and getting this important information.
Muchas gracias por acompañarnos el día de hoy. También gracias a todas las personas que están aquí acompañándonos, al subdirector, el señor Rosema, la señora Gibbs, el consejero Padilla, la señora Sánchez y para mí también, gracias a todos por participar en la junta el día de hoy. Y lo más importante, por favor, no se olviden que su estudiante tiene que aplicar para la ayuda financiera, para el Fafsa, así que tenemos que empujar a nuestros estudiantes y motivarlos a que apliquen para la ayuda financiera para el colegio.